guys, so I'm eating cookies because Valentine's Day is on Sunday, and you know what I'm gonna do? Nothing. So update about my life today. I had a nosebleed in class. Blood came like out of my nose a lot, so it's like all over my pants and doesn't look cute. I'm holding this video with camera up right now with chicken stock. Enough of me talking, because I talk too much. But for today's video, I'm going to be doing about basically just facts about scoliosis and what kind of back braces are there, what kind of scoliosis is there, and just a bunch of like facts that I would have liked to know before I had scoliosis, because I'd be like, oh, I have this is what I can do, etc, etc. Basically, if you just got your back brace and you're like, what is scoliosis? What do I do? You'll find me. You don't need some teacher, health teacher, when you have me. Accurate. So, let's get on with the video. The first thing I'm going to go over is kind of facts about scoliosis. So basically, scoliosis is the curvature of the spine. Some ways you can treat it is just by checking up with your doctor, seeing if you have like any like growth spurts or anything, and if it gets worse, getting a back brace or surgery or physical therapy. Now, I don't think a lot of people talk about this a lot, but you can like treat scoliosis by physical therapy, or it's called cushion therapy almost. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like basically where you like sleep a certain way, or like you put like a cushion or like a pillow like this way. It kind of like acts as a brace if you don't have that much of a degree in your curves, and that's just that's just some of the ways that you can treat it. People usually get diagnosed with scoliosis during the growth spurt just before puberty, ages around 6 through 14. I know 6 is a weird number, but right here it says on Google that's the age thing. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the different types of scoliosis. It all depends on the shape of your curve or how many curves you have. The first one is just the top curve, like there's just one curve at the top and then it's straight at the bottom, kind of like a cane sort of thing, called a thoracic curve. I will put that right here when I learn how to spell it. Next one is, I'm pretty sure that's just like, it's the one shaped kind of like a C. It's the I'm not even trying to say it, it's right here. The lumbar curve is just the bottom curve, like if you just have straight and then it's curved at the bottom. The last one is the double major curve. That's the one I have where it's like an S. One at the top, one at the bottom, so it's like that. Those are the types of scoliosis. I'm going to be talking about the different types of back braces and how back braces kind of work and stuff, because I know a lot of people have been wondering, and I'm going to show you guys my back brace and kind of how mine works and that kind of stuff. Back braces try to prevent the curve from getting worse. There are 2 different types of materials that back braces are made out of. One of them is the hard plastic, which is what mine is. It's just kind of like a basic plastic. It's supposed to be flexible, like I can do this with it. I'm not that strong, so I can't do much, but it is kind of flexible. And another one is elastic braces, which are kind of made out of like a cloth. Like they're surrounded by a cloth and they're just kind of easier to move in, but that's I think for like really small curves. Now I'm going to be talking about the kinds of back braces that you can wear and what like the differences are and which one you may have to wear, or if you already have scoliosis, like talking about like kind of which one you have. And then I'm going to talk about my back brace. There's 3 kinds of back braces. The first one is Boston brace, and basically it has 3 straps in the back and goes from under your armpit to like almost midway butt, called underarm braces. They're molded to fit the person's body and they fit them and stuff. This type of brace works by pushing against the curve. So like it has cushions at the point where your curves are. So mine has 2 cushions. I almost put 3. They have 2 cushions and they just push against the curve. So like when you're growing and your back's moving, they kind of like put it in place almost, so it prevents it from getting bigger. The next one is the Charleston bending brace. This one is the most simple one. It's for the smaller curves. This brace is typically recommended for spinal curves of 20 to 35 degrees. So I guess it kind of depends on where your curves are, or like if you have a lumbar curve or a major curve, just kind of depending on your curve, what kind of scoliosis you have, and then they'll recommend a brace to you. And apparently I got the Boston brace because of my 2 curves. This one's usually for one, like one at the top or one at the bottom. The last one is the most complicated, and I don't think a lot of people have this one as much anymore because they have the other options, but this one is really recommended for the people that have like that are on the verge of surgery. And the Milwaukee brace is a huge kind of like contraption thingy, and it goes up to your neck like it like keeps your neck in place, it's almost like the one in Scream Queens with Hester, and that's kind of the one that she wears. If you're watching Scream Queens with your friends and you're like, did you know guys that like Hester's wearing a Milwaukee back brace in that? Like, how interesting. It's for high mid curves. Now we're going to talk about my back brace and the type of back brace I have and how mine works exactly, because I get a lot of questions on it. Mine is a Boston brace. It's like a hard plastic and it's white. I think you can like get designs on it or whatever, but I honestly am not about that life. I don't care what it looks like. No one's gonna see it but me. I don't want to like put stuff on it, so that's a no from me. This is how small my waist is. First, I have the thing right here under my arm. I honestly don't know what this is for, but it's there and I'm not gonna question it, but it's there. And so that goes under my armpit. I don't know why it's there. Not gonna go over that. I do know why this is here though. So basically when they fit you for your brace, they take in consideration where your curves are and how big they are and stuff and what needs to be fixed. And my curve is going this way. So my curve is faced this way, and when it's growing it like tries to like go more, but this combined with this kind of like stabilizes it and stays the same almost. That's kind of what happens. It kind of just like tries to prevent it from getting bigger, and the same thing goes with this one. I have this cushion thing right here. It's going this way and this kind of like pushes it. Yeah. Or it's this way. I don't know. Basically, it tries to keep your curve, and it has 3 straps on the back, and I have to tighten mine all the way. I have to do that. I do that with all of them. If you guys want a video on like how to put on your brace, because it seems so complicated when you first get your brace, like how to put it on, but it's the easiest thing in the world now, except when you eat. Don't eat so much like on Thanksgiving dinner or whatever and then try to put this on, because there's no use. It's not gonna go on after you eat. Trust me, I tried. The last thing I want to talk about is the types, or like the ranges of scoliosis. The last and next thing I'm going to be talking about is the ranges of scoliosis. I'm going to be talking about that for a little bit because it can kind of help you understand where you're at. There are 3 ranges of scoliosis. I don't know why I said 3 and put up a 2. The first one is mild scoliosis. This is where you're like, whew, I have a curvature in my back, but I'm good because I don't gotta do anything. Degrees from 10 to 25. Now, this is kind of like in the range of like having to have a Charleston brace, a Boston brace, or just kind of getting checked. Because when I first got my brace, I was 22 and 23 degrees, but it kind of progressed, and I will show you guys a picture right here. Kind of goes from the far right to the left. The far right is my first one, the middle one is my second one, and the last one is the one I took in August. And I will update you guys on my next x-ray in 2 weeks. Back to the topic I was actually talking about like 2 seconds ago. The mild scoliosis is basically the lowest thing, and depending on what age you are and how much more growing years you have left, it will determine whether you could just get checked up or you get a brace. Because in my case, I needed a brace because I still have like 2 more years of growing, and if I didn't have it, I would need surgery right now. if you have mild scoliosis, you're less likely to have more pain in your back. You won't look as lopsided. Also, on the mild scoliosis, you have a 30% chance of your curve getting bigger. The next one is the one I'm at, which is the moderate scoliosis. These are curves 26 degrees to 40 degrees. So the symptoms of the mild stage scoliosis is having a tilted head, uneven shoulders or hips. One of your rib cages may be out more than the other, because mine is. Often recommended for bracing. You have a 68% chance of progression in your curves. And the last one is severe scoliosis, is scoliosis curves above 40 degrees, and that's the point of surgery. So that was it for today's video. I'm sorry that it was kind of just me talking about stuff that it took me like 20 minutes to look up on the internet. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully it kind of gave you guys some information or facts about it. I was clueless when I first was diagnosed with scoliosis because I was just like in shock when I saw my first x-rays. I had no idea what scoliosis was, and I just remember looking at it and was like, whoa, and now it's like completely like 3 times worse. So that's great, and I will see you guys in the next video. Please be sure to give us a thumbs up, because I recently found out that when more people thumbs up your videos, more people can find them, and it like goes in their recommended box thing that like everyone knows what that recommended box thing is. It's like when 16 and Pregnant comes on and like the recommended box, and it's really weird. But instead of having a 16-year-old pregnant girl, you can have me in your recommended box. So yeah, give this video a like and save people a lot of struggle. Comment down below suggestions and follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Oh, Instagram, Twitter, 3 things. Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. If you have any more questions, or if you need anyone to talk to, you can DM me on Twitter or send me a Snapchat or DM me on Instagram, because I'm always free. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. And yeah, bye!